I have written down Zaporizhia in English, the way that reporters spelled it, which is just painful to even look at, and the way that it is written in Ukrainian, which, if you have ever studied Russian, may also be painful. Here it is. Look at my beautiful English and Ukrainian handwriting. I would like to apologize for enraging my fellow fish fans by daring to quote fish and cover their songs. I would also like to apologize for enraging a YouTuber who looks like me, sounds like me, like dreadlocks and similar looking face and all that whole 9 yards, who agrees with me on politics, who's allowed to say things on her channel that YouTube would delete my channel if I said, who I've been promoting for comparing myself to her and daring to quote fish when she's a fan of widespread panic. You wait to greet the brand new day. Look up, realize you're late. Rush out to make your plane. Can't find your keys again. The rent's been due for weeks. You need this gig to eat. Your car, it starts to leak. The engine's really weak. It won't start up in time. You need to find a ride. But the bills weren't paid on time. Your cell phone's lost the line. The problems won't go away. They keep piling on your plate. You just want to escape. You need to reawake now. Listen to the words I'm saying in this line, that your life will be just fine and troubles do not stay. They get replaced with good times. Now you got a great life. Smile as you walk by, thinking about the day. I would like to take this opportunity to speak out against Russia risking causing a meltdown to take over a nuclear power plant in a city in the Ukraine called Zaporizhia. And I would also like to take this opportunity to speak out and say, why can no reporter and no YouTuber, look, I'm going to have a live audience, correctly pronounce the name of this city? I have written down Zaporizhia in English, the way that reporters spelled it, which is just painful to even look at, and the way that it is written in Ukrainian, which, if you have ever studied Russian, may also be painful. Here it is. Look at my beautiful English and Ukrainian handwriting. The reason this may be painful to look at is bonjour. Parlez-vous français? Look, I'm going to write bonjour, how it's spelled in French and English. Oh, this pen breaks through the paper. What a wonderful pen. So that's bonjour, and as you can see, the J is pronounced like this, which is the Russian letter for je, also the Ukrainian or Belarusian letter for je, but why do they have to spell this word out in Latin, meaning English letters, and write the je as a ZH? Like, excuse me, hang on a second. Well, I try not to have this pen break through the paper and write za, po, re, je, jia. Like, why is that not the way they write it? Because the reason that every single reporter and every single YouTuber on the face of the planet Earth cannot pronounce I see the flowers, they're beautiful, the name of the city, is that somebody decided to spell this like this when they wrote this in the Latin alphabet. Oh my God. But what's worse is that if you have ever studied Russian, you would not write Zaporizhia like this. You'd probably not use this at all, because this is a letter from the Latin alphabet that is not used in Russian. You'd probably write, wait a minute, I actually have to think before I do this because I have like minor dyslexia. This, what looks like a backwards capital English N, which means E in Cyrillic, which is how they read in Russian, but in Ukrainian they decided that they should use 2 Latin I's, one with a dot when it's lowercase and nothing when it's capitalized, and one with 2 dots when it's lowercase or capitalized, meaning the borrowed 1-dotted English I is the only letter other than sometimes the A written different in Ukrainian when it's lowercase and capitalized. Before I end this video, I would like to apologize for enraging my fellow fish fans by daring to quote fish and cover their songs. I would also like to apologize for enraging a YouTuber who looks like me, sounds like me, like dreadlocks and similar looking face and all that whole 9 yards, who agrees with me on politics, who's allowed to say things on her channel that YouTube would delete my channel if I said, who I've been promoting for comparing myself to her and daring to quote fish when she's a fan of Widespread Panic. I would also like to thank Mark Weens for inspiring me to order the seeds for a few plants, one that I was intending to order already, that I've been telling people was a wonderful plant they should grow for years, and another one that I had never heard of before until I identified what the hell he was eating in his video, because he did not do so correctly. So every single person in his video who said, "What is that plant? Where can I order it?" could order one. So for those of you who don't know, yeah, those are flowers. I'll get a video of them in a little while. They're really cool. They're like a rare flower. They bloom once a year. For those of you who don't know, I collect rare plants, and I have issues with certain colloquial or common names for plants. I like to identify plants by their species name. So I identified some of the plants that Mark Weens ate in one of his YouTube videos because he used bizarre and weird and incorrect colloquial names to describe them. So I identified what they were by their scientific species names, and then because I saw lots of his subscribers asking where they could buy those plants, actually searched for where they could be bought online, and I found out some of them were rare, so I ordered some of them for myself so I wouldn't get the short end of the proverbial stick, meaning being the last in line to get the plants that I told everybody else where to get. So I ordered some of these plants, and one of the people I ordered one of these plants from was absolutely, completely unaware that I collect rare plants in the Solanaceae plant family, and that the plants I'd ordered from them was like one of the 2 that I'd identified from Mark Weens' video that was not in the Solanaceae plant family. And this person, oh my god, look at what Autocar is doing, he's biting my hand, who is completely unaware that I am a Solanaceae plant family collector, and that this order was generated by a post where I identified a bunch of plants which were almost exclusively in the Solanaceae plant family, sent me this beautiful handwritten note and a beautiful package of, God, Autocar, please, what they called Everglade tomato seeds that their handwritten note says were native to the Everglades. This person was unaware that there's a controversy among scientists about this plant because it's most likely a predecessor to modern tomatillos and Peruvian ground cherries, which are technically the same species, one being less sweet than the other, and also a predecessor to modern tomatoes, which are a closely related species. And it's probably native to Peru, but was probably spread to the Everglades by Native Americans, like trading. Like they, did when they had like societies of like millions of people here before they were like obliterated by the white man showing up. So it's really cool. Its scientific name is Solanum pimpinellifolium, and I had to write this pimpinellifolium, which could also be pronounced as pimpinellifolium.
That's a rocks.
Oh, cool. And everyone's found some rocks because it's just such a cool name. Like,
Hi.
Is it pimpin' or pimpine? Or pimpine? Well, depending on how you decide to pronounce it, it could be any of those. But what's inside this card that says thanks caused more controversy online than almost anything I have ever posted, because I posted that I had gotten seeds for Solanum torvum, which is known as a pea eggplant, which grows into a giant tree, kind of like Solanum lanceolatum or Solanum lancifolium or lancifolia or whatever you want to call it, also known as lanceleaf nightshade. Here's a little clip of one growing behind the KFC in Eureka, which may or may not be poisonous depending on who you ask. Check it out. This is what my friend was talking about that she asked me to identify, and honestly, I have no clue. What is this? I have absolutely no fucking clue. My friend said, go to the KFC drive-thru and identify this plant. Do you know what this is? Look at this. Crazy looking. So, these so-called turkey berries, also known as pea eggplants, or miniature Thai eggplants, which are native to South America, near where my Cestrum parkii is native to, and near where the Solanum lance whatever is native to. We're on this giant tree that lives a few years, and it's not like a normal eggplant plant that's like only a few feet tall. It's like the plant that I just showed a video clip of. It's like giant and monstrous. And I think it's time to clean the ear mites out of your ears. My God, look at that. It's dark. He doesn't want his ear touched. He's like, no way, I see dark spots. Oh God, I see that you have ear mites. Oh, he shook his head. If you see your cat doing that, they definitely have ear mites. Oh God. He's gonna maul me when I try to remove his ear mites and give him ear mite medicine, which is gonna involve like cleaning with Q-tips and putting drops in his ears, and he's gonna like freak out. Look at that. Look, I'm gonna show you Autocar's ear mites. Oh my God, look at that. See that black stuff in his ear? Do you see that? Can you see it? Oh God, it's really bad. God, it's like, you know, having scabies like I had, but in your ears. I want to show you something horrible. Look. I'm permanently scarred for life. That's where I had scabies. Like, in January, I think is when I took the medication that I can't mention. Look at that. Just like, look at that. This one hasn't even healed. Like, at all. Like, my entire body's like that. It's all over my legs, all over my arms. If I went to, like, the swimming pool wearing a bathing suit, people would think I just recovered, like from a bad case of the measles or the chicken pox or something. But people who were, like, doctors or nurses would know it was from, like, a bad case of scabies because of the pattern. Look at that. It's horrible. Like, it's so embarrassing. Especially being a YouTuber, to not be able to, like, go out in public without, like, having my entire body covered, even, like, sleeves over my wrists and stuff. If you go to, like, a place like Saudi Arabia, please get me one of those shirts that Muslim women wear that, like, has a flap that folds down over your hands to, like, fully cover them, because I, like, really need one of those. It's, like, embarrassing. It's on my neck, too. If you haven't noticed the Band-Aids, oh God, that have been on my neck like for the last few months, and I cannot go to a dermatologist. Okay. My seeds are gone. Where'd my seeds go? Okay, some of my seeds like went down. My thing went down. I am ending this video now. I am getting surrounded by cats and children. By people.
Bye!
Adrienne, are you editing your video?
No, it's just like going and going and going. See the little thing? It's like spinning and spinning. It's like playing my video in the editor. I could mute it,
That
but I couldn't stop it.
That thing spins more than our tires because we can't afford diesel.
I need a new computer, and I can't afford a new computer. So when I try to edit videos, sometimes it feels like pulling teeth because it just freezes up and does things like this. Look, it's spinning and spinning, and it will eventually either get to the end of the video or crash when it gets to the end of the video.
Spot wants to say hello.
Yeah, Spot wants to say hello. My goodness. Stop
In the
recording.
comments, you can type "Hello, Spot" if you would like to say
You can
hello
say,
back.
see Spot run, or hear Spot meow.
Oh, it's
What a
getting
nice
trilly.
meow.
Oh, I wonder if it's capturing that.
It is.
Done.
I hope you liked this extra video footage at the end of my video.
Go
Bye.
poop, go
For
poop.
real this time now, people.
Evelyn's got to poop, everybody.